Can you find the winning move for black in this position? Welcome back to Minute to Win It, 60 seconds to train your chess instincts. So white has just played knight to e6 and it's now black's turn. So first things first, checks, captures and threats. We have 3 checks in this position: rook to h1, rook takes f2, and queen to d3. In terms of captures, we have rook takes bishop, bishop takes pawn, queen takes knight, and rook takes pawn. And in terms of threats, our rooks seem to be lined up quite well against white's king, so I'd want to be looking at checkmate threats. And the white bishop on g2 also feels like a target because we're attacking it once and it can't move that easily because then we'll get to take the f2 pawn. So back to our checks. Rook h1 just loses the rook, queen d3 just loses the queen, and rook takes f2 looks to lose the rook as well. Rook f2 is the only one worth looking at because after king takes, the king is now more vulnerable in the open. And we have a few more new checks after king takes f2. So we've just sacrificed a rook for a pawn. So now we have 2 types of checks. We can check on the f-file or we can check on c2. The problem with the f-file is that the knight or the queen can come back and block. Whereas when we go to c2, if the king now moves away back to e1, we can take the bishop and we trap the king on the edge of the board and we'll be able to checkmate in 2 or 3 moves. But the queen can block again. So the queen can come to e2, blocking the check. Now what do we do after this? We want to take the queen, but the queen's protected by the king, so it'll just be a trade. So can we check the king and force the king to move away from the queen? So now we can play rook takes bishop, and when the king takes, we can take the queen, and then we'll also win the rook on the next go. Would you have sacrificed your rook in this position? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.